KKHT wants you to meet the classiest guys in real estate.
This is Tim O'Neill, the icon of insurance.
I'm Chris Kelso, the maestro of mortgage.
And I am Rob Cook, the godfather of real estate. And together we are
the Real Estate Rat Pack. Much like us, real estate in the greater Houston area is hot.
So whether you're buying, selling, owning, or insuring real estate in the greater Houston area,
you need to check us out as we are the preeminent source for everything you need to know.
And now, they're here to take your calls and answer your questions live. Call now 1-800-808-5548. The Real Estate Rat Pack.
Good morning, Houston. Have we got a great show for you today? This is Tim O'Neill, the icon of insurance, and my co-host today on the big show is Dave Dickinson.
Delighted to be here, and thank you, Tim.
The Woodlands.
We're missing the maestro and the godfather.
Yes, we have sick rats. Well, we have one sick rat and we have one absent rat, but here's our Rob is calling in now. Why don't we go to Rob now? Speaking of absent rats, get a headphone on and we'll be able to hear the godfather of real estate. Hello, godfather.
Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone?
Oh, fine. Are you sipping coffee and having croissants on the balcony out there in exotic Arizona, or what?
Well, it's a little earlier here, so I'm just kind of like, easing into the day, enjoying the absolutely fabulous weather we've had since I've been here.
Nice.
It's really nice, really nice.
Well, we have got a big show here today. I don't know if you heard our lineup, but we
welcome everyone to the show. And I know they're going to have a great time. And this is your trial by fire. We just kind of throw you out into that. So we run the big machinery in our absence. And I know talking to Chris yesterday,
we're very afraid somehow.
He likes to share things with his son, and unfortunately, he decided to share the flu with him. So.
Well,
we wish
family that sneezes together, wheezes together, they say. We have a great show today, Rob. No kidding. We have some experts about the condominium living lifestyle, condominium market here in Houston. We have an expert appraiser in the person of Steve Kahane. We've got some great realtors. Rosalind Fontenot is going to be on the show. Paul Peterson will be on the show today. So we are loaded for bear.
It's a Cecil B. DeMille production.
It is.
A cast of thousands.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
And I'm going to let you carry on, and I know it's going to be a good show.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Rob.
See you when you get
home.
Have
a good time, everyone.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
There he is, Rob Cook of Berkshire Hathaway Anderson Home Properties, our guy. So, hey, let's start the show. You guys want to do a radio show? What do you say? Wake up.
Sounds great.
All right, let's do it. We have, our policy here on the Rat Pack is we like experts. No fakers, no first-timers. We like guys who really know what they're doing, and they're experts in their field. And do we have that for you today? We got an interesting discussion. We don't often get into condominium. We talk more, I guess, about single family and that type of stuff in the different markets around town. But we have a really good discussion today, particularly about inside the heart of Houston. And we have Dave Antoniono. He's are you the president or the owner of Urban Flats Builder? What's your position there?
Well, I'm the president of Urban Flats Builder in Infinity, Texas Development.
Nice. And you've got your superstar here with you. Why don't you introduce your director of sales?
I'd be honored, and thank you for having us. I'd like to introduce Andrew Hadley, one of the most seasoned condominium marketing coordinators I've ever run across. Andrew?
Good morning, Houston. Thanks for having me.
Last time I saw Andrew, I think it was, on a party bus. That was it.
That was a good time.
Oh, do you want to tell us about your experiences on the party bus, or are we going to leave that on the party bus?
I can't speak about that in front of Dave.
He was very professional the whole time, guaranteed. You guys have a really exciting project. Is it the Oaks on Caroline?
It is.
We want to hear all about the Oaks on Caroline. You guys take it away.
Well, first, Oaks on Caroline was a concept that I've envisioned maybe 3 years ago. Seeing the real estate land values scream, I thought mid-rise would be entertaining to explore. So Oaks on Caroline's the first of 4 mid-rises that Urban Flats Builder is building in the museum district. And
how many floors generally, for our listeners and for myself, how many floors make a mid-rise?
Well, in this particular building, this is 6.5 floors, so 2 for parking and 4 for living area.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead.
The neat thing about this building is it's all concrete, and all four of our buildings are all concrete, meaning monolithic rebar columns and post-tension floors. That's 8 inches of concrete thickness between levels of living area with a very high decibel rating, 65 on the decibel rating, as well as a very high wind load.
And that's unusual, right, for a mid-rise to be a monolithic pour like that? What's the normal?
Most mid-rise builders build over a podium with wood frame. We're concrete all the way to the roof.
Is this what, because you see sometimes, you'll see a site being prepped, and then all of a sudden, like it seems like overnight, there's all these walls standing up. So is the concrete poured like in forms on the ground, and then you stand it up? Is that or what's going on here?
No, these are actually cast in place. So you go vertical with the columns and tie in the floors, and it's actually a very quick process, typically 2 weeks per floor to raise the building.
How does the cost compare to traditional wood framing or balloon framing or the other options?
It's typically twice the cost of a stick-built building, but obviously durability and quality is what we're most concerned with.
So that's what we're saying. We've got developers on here who go the extra mile and they build a building that costs twice as much as other stuff, because you guys are devoted to quality, and that's what we want to talk about. So let's talk. Now, we've talked a little bit about, unless you have anything else to talk about the building aspect of it, but we'd love to hear about the lifestyle and what you have in mind and what the vision of this project is.
Well, historically, Houston has not been a condominium market. People have gravitated more towards single-family living. With land prices having skyrocketed as high as they have the last 3 or 4 years, and there's been a psychographic trend shift from people living in the suburbs that want to come back into town and be near the museums and be near the fantastic restaurant scenes that Houston have. And the land prices have dictated that builders that are building stick frame build a 3- and 4-story product, which I'm 46 years old. I don't want to go up and down the stairs. The great thing about mid-rise living is it's a secure lock and leave lifestyle that's low maintenance, and it's single story living without steps. So the empty nesters don't have to worry about going up and down stairs.
Nice. There's nothing better when you can live and work and play all in the same general area. And I know you guys have a specific market that you're targeting down there, and also you have an interesting term that you wanted to coin today. You were telling me about earlier this morning. And go ahead, Dave. Tell us about that.
Sure, I'd be honored. We like to refer to our condominium projects as apartment flats, and in that, while we're architecturally inspired by the Texas Hill Country, inside of our apartment flats, it's European feel with tall ceilings, especially on the penthouse level. We've got 12-foot ceilings. It's just a great feel.
And you got, I understand, way over-the-top appliances, and you've really done some nice things with the interior furnishings and fixtures, and gone out of your way, I understand.
Yes, our finishes are top of the line. Bosch appliance package, hardwood floors in the living areas, Toto toilets, Kohler undermount sinks. It's just a fantastic product. And what's interesting about condo living is the cost, the monthly carrying cost for a condo is for HOA fees is based upon your square footage. We've designed a perfect product to keep your HOA fees down, and it's geared towards low monthly maintenance fees.
Yeah, and well, let's talk that kind of forward roll into what I wanted to talk about next, because you guys have a real opportunity here to address people about the why rent when you can buy, and if you're I think you guys are really well positioned to take that on with this project with the Oaks on Caroline. So why don't you let's touch on that.
Dave was just talking about our penthouse levels with 12-foot ceilings. We have a 2-bedroom penthouse condominium that's priced at $584. If your principal and entrance payment on that condominium would be $2,280 a month, if a person was to rent in the museum district or the medical center, they'd be paying over $3,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment of the same size.
Nice. Wow. Tell them. I don't think we touched on it exactly. Where is the Oaks on Caroline?
So we chose the museum district, one, because of the world-famous Texas Medical Center, but 2, we're right on light rail. So we have buyers that are working in the Texas Medical Center as well as downtown. We have Rice University students. It's really across the board.
That's a great amenity.
It's a beautiful thing to see because that's been the knock, historically on Houston downtown, is that it was a place where everyone worked from 9 to 5 and everyone beat feet and there was no nightlife and no anything. But
certainly
you guys
changed.
are in the vanguard of really, it's a nice place to live, work, and play. There's a lot of opportunities.
I saw a billboard the other day that said, "Stop driving and start living."
Yeah.
And I love that tagline.
Yeah, and with the influx of population, the driving is not going to get any better. So I think you guys are really on the right path with this project. And
one of the reasons I was excited to come on board as director of sales on this project is because of its proximity to the medical center. And I mean, Methodist Hospital has over 1,400 job openings right now. That sub-market area in Houston is probably going to be the best insulated against the recent decline in oil prices.
Right. And how do you leverage that sort of niche market as director of sales? You've got this beautiful property with wonderful amenities in a great location, but still somebody's got to go and sell these units.
Right. We've had over 19 people come in this month with 0 advertising.
No kidding.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the proximity to the medical center. We have a doctor doing her
internship in plastic surgery.
As one of our buyers, we have a student at Rice University as one of our buyers. We have a gentleman that works for Chevron downtown that gets to take the light rail to work every day.
Speaking of all these wonderful, well-qualified buyers, Chris Kelso, our boy, is a mortgage lender. Did you know that? From Willow Bend Mortgage.
They're our preferred lender.
Oh, very nice.
That?
There's a coinky dink for you.
Wow.
Hey, Chris, I hope you heard that, pal. Willow Bend Mortgage. These guys. No, he's not on the phone.
Oh, he's not?
I'm just saying. I think he's listening. So I was just shouting out to our.
No, we don't actually
guy.
send Chris an invoice, do we?
So let me ask you: Is he any good? I mean, have you worked with him? Does he? Is
Chris is a pro.
I know.
Our particular brokerage, Dana Leo, who I've worked with on 2 other projects in the past, and she's a fantastic mortgage broker.
Dana Leo, I saw her last night at the World Championship Barbecue Cook-Off.
I believe she's a committee chairwoman.
She is.
She's
she
an
had
awesome
a badge with her
professional.
name on it. I was very impressed. And you know what? She did a great job. We were out, the Rat Pack, you may know, we've sponsored Chance Brown's effort out there at the Barbecue Cook-Off, the half-fast cookers. We were live on the radio, so I would make sure we get that.
You could have said that
out right, but
faster. Come on.
very interesting.
You don't
Nice
need to play
job
with that one,
Chance.
Tim.
And,
that would work okay.
yeah, it was something. And so Dana was actually in charge running the show down there for us, and got all of our guests in there and made sure they got in the tent and took care of them. So big shout out to Dana as well.
You said that was your first rodeo, is that correct?
Yeah, first time to come down to the cook-off. I've been to the rodeo. Took the children to the rodeo when they were young, and we've been in many times, but I had never gone out there for this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This is really grown-up time out there, man. It's a party.
It is.
Well, guys, our sales center for the Oaks-on Caroline is located at 4820 Caroline, and we are right in the heart of the museum district and right close to the medical center.
Apartment flats,
and it's not our first rodeo. Urban Flats Builders is very seasoned in construction of these mid-rise properties, and we're honored to put out a great product for the city of Houston.
Yeah. And I personally know a handful of people, I won't call them out, but who are paying over $2,000 a month for apartment rent in that general vicinity. So,
there's no substitute for the privacy that you feel there, too, with those concrete walls. It makes a huge difference. It really does. If you don't know anybody, you've never lived in a situation like that, it's a great luxury to have.
And also our internal walls are 2 walls actually with 2 layers of sheetrock on either side, insulated with an air barrier. And I'm told by my engineers it's the best system out there, and we have it at Oaks-on Caroline.
Beautiful.
Andrew, how would we get a hold of you, man? Give out some phone numbers, some websites. What do you got?
You can call me anytime at 713-254-9981, or you can visit our website at www.theoaksoncaroline.com.
We have any? You have any previews of coming attractions you want to talk about? I don't want to give any of you competitive positions, but if you have anything else coming up, we'd love to hear about it.
Absolutely. We've got our model opening up in about 2 weeks. We'd love to have you come by and see just how nice the apartment flats are at Oaks on Caroline.
We also have a sister building called Museum Flats, which is located on Alameda.
No kidding. Tell us about that.
Well, that's 5715 Alameda, down by Herman Park. And I chose that area because it's so close, again, to the world-famous Texas Medical Center. In addition, we've got Park on Caroline and another project, a sister project, Bridge on Caroline, planned for the future. So we're really looking forward to a long-term run with these apartment flats in the museum district.
Well, these are really amazing to look at. Congratulations, because you're on to something really important here.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
How's the what sort of technology load are you having to take on? I assume there's super fast internet, and what sort of accommodations do you make in the design? For modern living with everyone being so wired and so connected.
Well, everything's, as you know, it's wireless, but we've got a very good internet service provider in that area. In addition, all of our buildings are lock and leave, but security is a big issue with us in that every door has a mag lock. Every client is issued a fob. When you pull your car up to the overhead door, it automatically goes up. We also have cameras. 18 cameras are located throughout the building, and we use off-site monitoring.
Beautiful. I'm glad we heard all about the Oaks of Caroline, and we guys will be back later for a little bit, maybe say a few more words, but we got to take a break here. When we come back, we're going to talk with Steve Kahane, who's one of the expert residential appraisers in our area, and we've got Chris Kelso on hold. Is that Chris Kelso or some other Chris?
All right.
So we'll be talking to Chris after the break. So
all right,
we'll be back.
Be right back.
We're taking it, we're taking it, we're taking it down. We're taking it, we're taking it, we're taking it down. We're taking it, we're taking it, we're taking it down. We're taking it, we're taking it, we're taking it down.
Are you looking to finance a new home or refinance your existing home? Look no further. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage. Willow Bend Mortgage is a mortgage banker in the greater Houston area. In business since 1993, Willow Bend Mortgage offers a great array of products from FHA, VA, and USDA loans to conventional and jumbo loans, all with great rates and incredible service from Chris and his staff. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage today, 713-256-9138, or online at chriskelso.com. Again, that's 713-256-9138, or online at chriskelso.com. Available 24 hours a day. Great rates, exceptional service. That's Willow Bend Mortgage.
Down Under Pools can help make your backyard a focal point for luxury outdoor living. Imagine coming home from a hard day's work and enjoying the evening in a spa-like environment with pool, water features, and lighting integrated seamlessly into your home and landscaping design. Down Under's design team has a seasoned eye for color, scale, proportion, and detail. Even more important is Down Under's commitment to the highest quality construction practices to achieve the highest standards of hydraulic and structural integrity. Down Under is one of the most creative and trusted pool and landscape builders in Houston because of their award-winning design and construction and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Visit downunderpools.com to see examples of what could be in your backyard. That's DOWNUNDA pools.com. Down Under. Pools for the mind, body, and soul. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties, the fastest growing real estate company in Houston. Over 400 trained professional realtors here to serve your needs in 21 locations in Houston and across the state. Whether you're buying, selling, or leasing, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties is the smart choice. Check us out at andersonprops.com today. Find out why so many choose Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties for all of their real estate needs. You know us, we know real estate.
Speaking of Chris, we got our boy on the phone. What's up, dude?
Is this the maestro of mortgage?
This is the maestro of mortgage, or what's left of them after a flu diagnosis. How y'all doing?
Well, we were going to ask you, how are we doing?
Just real weak. That's about it. Real weak.
So
but
we're weak.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit better though.
Good.
Well, man, I just wanted to call and say hello to you guys this morning. You got a great lineup going on. Loved hearing about the Oaks on Caroline, which I thought was and is going to be an incredible project.
Great project.
We've seen a lot of the mock-ups and stuff, and so I loved everything that we're talking about. Obviously, the new flats concept is going on in Houston, so that's great. And then now you got my boy on to talk a little bit about appraisals and some items going on in the market. And I definitely want you to drill them. I would never want you to make them uncomfortable.
Right. Well, he does have his headphones on, and he can
grill him like a portobello
how come
mushroom.
You're not here to grill me in person.
Exactly right.
I know, right? Dang it, of all the times. But no, it's all good though. But the appraisal part of the process also is something extremely important. And one of the things I think it's important to let the listeners know is just because there is a factor which says price per square foot, an appraisal is not based on a price per square foot. So when you talk about that a little bit later on, clarify to a lot of our listeners about that, because I think it's always a pretty interesting concept. But I know you have some other things you're going to talk about, and I'm not going to be a talking head on the phone. I'm going to hang up and let y'all have a good time. Y'all are rocking it, and I'll talk to y'all later, okay?
Thanks, Chris. Get better, buddy. If you need some chicken soup, let me know.
I will definitely do. I appreciate it, buddy.
If you need some Fireball, let me know.
Hey, at least I know I can get either one. Thanks a lot.
All right. See you soon.
There you go.
Bye.
Bye.
Steve Kahane.
Yes.
All right, man. Let's talk about appraisals. We had a really nice discussion. I learned about mid-rises, and so I hope we can. I and our listeners. Dave's probably not going to learn anything because Dave knows everything already.
Well, actually, one of the things I was going to talk about. Actually, you probably know better than anybody, and that's the new TRID rules.
I do know a lot about the new TRID rules. I don't know how they affect the appraisal side of it, so I want you to expound on that. But, yeah, we're all kind of tripping over each other on the TRID and the CFPB because nobody quite has it all together just yet.
So the way it impacts appraisers, one of the things we do is we analyze the financing of comparable sales, and HAR has one of the best MLS systems in the country, and it always contains all the financing information for comparable sales. But with the new TRID rules, we no longer have access to that information.
Right.
They used to have a HUD-1, which was distributed to the buyer, the seller, and the real estate agents, and that contained all the financial information of that sale.
Which is now confidential to a large degree.
Right. So now agents no longer have that information to input into MLS. So we don't know what type of financing it was. We don't know if it was owner financed, if it was cash. We don't know if there was $3,000 in concessions, if there was $20,000 in concessions. There's no way of knowing. And those are all factors that, we're supposed to analyze and report.
Right, it is more than just square footage. There's so many different facets to a mortgage appraisal.
Yeah, and actually that was something that Chris brought up, and actually the condo guys were talking about is, basing stuff on a price per square foot. But price per square foot is the fastest, easiest way to value something, but because it's so simple, it misses a lot of things. It basically looks at only one characteristic of value, and that's the number of square feet. But like you said, financing may affect the sales price, quality, condition, the lot size.
And now things like closing costs, it has a deeper effect on the appraisal. How does that play into it in what you're doing?
So
when there are concessions, seller concessions, or trying to pay closing costs, or it's the owner's title policy, whatever it is, how do those affect the value as you perceive it?
So let's pretend I'm your real estate agent and you're selling your house. And Dave, I just listed your house just like you asked me to for $100,000. And I've got great news. I've got 2 offers already, both for full price, both for $100,000. They're identical in every way, these 2 offers, except for one difference. One of them wants $3,000 in concessions because they just don't have a lot of cash saved up. So we'll call it offer 1 and offer 2. Offer 2 wants the $3,000 in concessions. Which offer would you choose?
I'd offer the one without the concessions.
Right. So how much would offer number 2 have to increase their offer on the house before you decided you might want to accept theirs?
Oh, close to that $3,000 number they're talking about.
So that's typically how much it impacts the sales price.
Gotcha. And if the comparables aren't there to support that increase, then
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually it's particularly an issue when I see a house that's listed for $100,000 and it's selling for $103,000 and it's been on the market for months. So it's not like there's people clamoring trying to buy this thing off the market. It's not like there's a competitive bidding. And all of a sudden, it's selling for more than what it's listed for with $3,000 in concessions.
Sure.
I'm guessing that the impact on value is $3,000.
Right.
So.
Makes sense. We've got a caller. Oh, by the way, we've got a brief pause here. We've got George. I think we're actually going back a segment because George is a local realtor, and he has a question about where the clientele is coming from for the Oaks on Caroline project. So we've had Andrew step back in here to field that question.
Thank you for your question. There's been a psychographic trend shift where people are coming back into town and people are shifting towards a lock and leave lifestyle. People are tired of maintaining big homes. People are tired of maintaining yards, paying for the pool, that they want a low maintenance lifestyle. So we're getting buyers that are coming back in for the lifestyle in town. And we're also getting people out of the medical center who are buying to be close proximity to where they work. People are tired of driving in and commuting every day.
That answer your question, George?
It sure did. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Buddy, thanks for listening.
All right.
Steve Kahane, where were we?
I don't know. Where were we?
Let's go somewhere else.
A simpleton like me, how the effects of seller concessions could, determine the value.
Right. Well, we had a little pre-show discussion that I found interesting. If you want to touch back on that, it's always interesting when you break it down who owes a duty to whom in these transactions and who's principal and who's agent. And sometimes the lines are crossed and you think it's one way, but it's really another. And that was a question I had for Steve earlier. And who's agent or whose principal are you?
Yeah, so we work for the lenders. And I know that's confusing to a lot of folks. I think there's a lot of misperceptions or conceptions with realtors. They think that we work for the borrowers. And what makes it so confusing is that the borrowers often pay for the appraisal. They'll pay a check to the mortgage company, so they feel like they just bought something. They are now the owner of it. But it may be the only product that I know of that you purchase, but you don't own. Why that is, it's kind of a long story, but we work for the lender. The lender is hiring us not for insurance, but assurance that the mortgage, the collateral, is viable for them to make the loan.
Yeah, and there can be. Oh, go ahead, David.
Yeah, I think you don't necessarily work for the lender. You're hired by the lender, but there are several regulations and rules that you have to abide that makes you an impartial third party as well. So when you say you work for the lender, I just want to make sure that there's no misconception that somehow you are working to generate a specific value, anything like that, because you guys are strictly regulated, especially with the new TRID rules. And I just want to make sure everybody knows that you're impartial and it's all
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're a disinterested third party.
Right.
We have no interest in. We're not financially compensated if the loan goes through or if it doesn't. That's not part of what we do. And we don't work directly. We're not employed by the lenders. I'm an independent contractor. I have my own business. But our client is the lender.
Right.
And most of them, they don't necessarily know the appraiser that's performing the assignment. It's a random rotation. Most of them hire a third party, what's called an appraisal management company. Mm-hmm. So they have no idea what appraiser is going out and what type of interest he has in the property.
Awesome.
All right. Steve Kahane with Greater Houston Area Appraisals. How can we get a hold of you by phone, and what's your website?
Website is ghaa.net, and my email is steve@ghaa.net. And that's the best way to reach me.
www.ghaa.net. And
awesome.
We will be right back, and hold on because we're going to be talking with Rosalind Fontenot from Remax Fine Properties in our next segment, so come on back.
I can feel my face when I'm with you.
Are you looking to finance a new home or refinance your existing home? Look no further. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage. Willow Bend Mortgage is a mortgage banker in the greater Houston area. In business since 1993, Willow Bend Mortgage offers a great array of products from FHA, VA, and USDA loans to conventional and jumbo loans, all with great rates and incredible service from Chris and his staff. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage today, 713-256-9138, or online at chriskelso.com. Again, that's 713-256-9138, or online at chriskelso.com. Available 24 hours a day. Great rates, exceptional service. That's Willow Bend Mortgage.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties, the fastest growing real estate company in Houston. Over 400 trained professional realtors here to serve your needs in 21 locations in Houston and across the state. Whether you're buying, selling, or leasing, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties is the smart choice. Check us out at andersonprops.com today. Find out why so many choose Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Anderson Properties for all of their real estate needs. You know us, we know real estate.
Protect your number one valued asset, your home. Want to know who home builders, commercial property, and real estate professionals call when they have a foundation issue? PermaPure Foundation Repair of Texas. You can access the same professional-grade services the pros choose, all backed by a lifetime transferable warranty and over 15,000 successfully completed projects. Visit permapure.com. That's permapure.com to schedule your free evaluation today.
And we are back.
All
that
right.
didn't hurt too bad, right? What was that, a couple of minutes? And we're back. And as promised, joining us here on the Real Estate Rat Pack Radio Show with Tim O'Neill and Dave Dickinson is Rosalind Fontenot, who is an all-star at RE/MAX Fine Properties. She joins us this morning.
Little shout out to RE/MAX Fine Properties,
Yeah,
Sugarland.
right.
Absolutely.
Rosalind,
good morning.
We are all about, like we said in the prior segment, we are so all about expertise and lifelong learning here. And I've got your business card, and you have a lot of letters behind your name, and we really respect that on the Real Estate Rat Pack Show. We respect the effort that takes and the commitment to lifetime learning. I see GRI, SFR, and CNE.
Yes.
All right, take us through them. GRI.
GRI is Graduate of the Realtor Institute. It's just, additional education to help me help my clients more.
Love that. And SFR?
It's short sale for foreclosure resale specialist, basically.
Right.
It's, I don't get to use it that much these days because Houston, right now there's not a huge market for short sales and foreclosures, not like it was when I got the designation, but it's there in case I need it.
And CNE?
One of the ones I'm very proud of, which is Certified Negotiation Expert. So when you go with me, use me as your realtor, just know that you do have someone who has been trained and has a lot more education in negotiating for the best deal for you.
That's
awesome.
Great. A CNE. And like I said, I really respect lifetime learning and that type of commitment. Don't you, Dave?
I do. And actually, are you available if we want to purchase a car? We need that expert negotiating skill. No, there's nothing like that. I think continuous education. I've been a student of sales for 25 years. And I can never learn enough. I always come across somebody who can present something a little bit different that challenges me, and that's what I like. I like to learn something new, and of course, in the real estate industry, every time you tee it up, it's different. So you really have to use your ears wisely and use your mouth wisely because it's just an amazing industry.
Yes, I mean it changes all the time. I mean, from one year to the next. I mean, it changes even from 1 month to the next. So, you do have to stay on top of things and stay educated and keep your eyes on the prize and also making sure that you I don't know. I'm nervous.
You're doing great.
You're doing absolutely great. And
Let's
of course, Capital Title, we consider ourselves kind of an education central as well. We have classes on a consistent basis. I know Rebecca does, and maybe you could elaborate a little bit about what you got going on in Sugarland, Rebecca. We'd love to hear from you.
We do. And thanks for having us. We're always glad to be here. And thank you, Rosalind, for being our guest this morning. You're doing a great job. We are offering a class. We actually have one on March the 9th. Chris Kelso will be teaching it. It's about, way to go, Chris. Sorry you're not feeling well, buddy. Sorry you're not here that I can sit in your lap, but I actually get to sit in a chair today. So
we're on a delay.
Oh, man.
We actually appreciate that. Or I appreciate that. But no, we're teaching a class on how to get to a perfect closing. So we're going to have that on March the 9th from 9:30 to 11:30 at our office, which is 2410 Town Center Drive, Suite 100. It's Town Center not Town Center proper, across next to Mercedes. But we can also offer tools for the agents. I know that, Rosalind, you said that you're a short sale specialist. We can use different tools to help you locate pre-foreclosure information. So if you're looking for things like that, you can come see me, and I can help you do farming lists for clients. So those are things that we like to help you guys with out in the marketplace. So just come work with us, and we're happy to help you any way we can.
Love it. Capital Title. Is Capital Title the big sister or the little sister? Because Capital Title and Willow Bend are sister companies, but we never really cleared that up. Who's the big sister?
I'm not sure. They might be twin sisters.
Are they twin sisters?
I don't know that one is the alpha sister or not. It's really they're sort of interrelated because mortgage and title go hand in hand. But we're they're a thriving entity, and of course Capital Title is just blowing up. We're on the move.
They're taking over Houston.
Up a lot of real estate on every single day, and I know Chris and his team here with Willow Bend Mortgage have made themselves. They don't have a lot of offices in the Houston area, but they really, really do a lot of business, and they do a lot of good business. So
nice.
We're happy to have our affiliates. As long as we're all in the same family, I don't care who the big sister or little sister is.
Now you're talking. Rosalind, what area are you specializing in? What's your expertise?
Well, the area that I specialize in mostly is out in Fort Bend County, and that includes Sugar Land, Missouri City, Richmond, also some areas of Rosenberg. But mostly single-family homes. I love working I also love working with first-time home buyers and definitely move-up buyers, but mostly out in the suburbs in the Fort Bend County area.
And are you more focused on resale, you think, or new homes, or what are your?
Well, currently I'm doing a lot of resale. New homes, though, is where a lot of business is happening. So, just with everyone else, when the new year changes, you start to, shift your focus a little bit to where all the action is happening. And new homes is where a lot of things is going on right now. So I'm doing a big push in my business structure and planning to try to move more towards that, because that's awesome. What's going on right now.
That's the first acronym I learned when I started networking with the real estate community was BTSA.
We love those.
Yes, we do.
And then my very dear friend whom I saw last night at the rodeo, Michelle Posey, has a vanity license plate, and it says, "I heart BTSA."
Nice.
Why can't we get those, Dave?
I need to get that tattoo.
I don't make that decision, but I'd love to see it.
Michelle, it was great partying with you last night. I hope you're listening out there. We were in the Goody Girls tent, which was sponsored by Julia Hardy, and then we saw her also at the Fast Cookers tent. So,
sweet.
She was
once
having
again,
a good time.
you did that exactly as it should have been.
Yes, I did. So thank you, Michelle, for being a great gal and a great license plate. We have a caller. Monica is on the line, I think, calling in for our seasoned expert, Rosalind Fontenot. Monica wants to know, what's the hottest market in the Houston metro? Monica, welcome to the Real Estate Rat Pack Show, and you're on with Rosalind Fontenot.
Hi, Rosalind. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Hello, Monica. Hi. I'm glad you called in. How are you having a good day?
I am so far.
Yeah, so what was your question again? I'm sorry?
What's the hottest?
I'd really like to know what's the hottest market in Houston right now.
When you say hottest market, do you mean in terms of area or in terms of homes, market price ranges?
I mean the area. What's the best place or the booming market to buy a home right now? Where's everyone go?
Well, I mean, for the most part, Houston itself is a great area to be in. I mean, a great city. And so all the areas of Houston are doing very well. Now, in terms of homes and price ranges, the hottest thing that's going right now are first-time home buyers. That particular market, I would say from the 120s to probably the the beginning of the 300s, that segment right there is flying off the shelves. I mean, anytime you put a house up for sale within that price range, I mean, it goes pretty quickly. So, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're in Katy, whether you're in Sugar Land, Missouri City, Pearland, that particular price range right there is very, very hot right now.
Oh, well,
sweet.
That answers my question. Thank
There
you
you
so
go.
much.
Thanks for calling the Real Estate Rat Pack Radio Show, Monica. Call back again.
Thank you, Monica.
Thank you, Monica.
And then, so, what'd you do before you were in real estate? What brought you here, Rosalind?
Well, what did I do before I was in real estate? I was an oil and gas accountant. I worked. My last company that I worked for was an international company, and I lived overseas for a while in London, and I came back to Houston, and I was working over in the Post Oak area, and I was sitting in the high-rise building, looking out every day on the streets. It went on a beautiful day, seeing the cars, dreaming, wishing I was in those cars. I'm like, why am I here in this cubicle, looking out the window at people? So that was 13 years ago. I went to my husband and I said, you know, let me try this real estate thing for a year. Give me a year, and if I don't make it, then I'll go back. But you know what? It's been 13 years, and I'm still here.
You sold that career change to him even without your CNE, right?
Even without
now
any
his guy
of
has
it.
no chance now.
Without any of it. So, yeah.
I love that.
That's fantastic.
So, and if you were previously in accounting, I'm sensing maybe a business degree or a degree in accounting? Or?
It was a business degree. I did not go to school for accounting, but it's just one of those things when you're fresh out of school, you take a job where you can get one. And I just went into, that was the path that I went
Well, I can tell you, having met a lot of agents over the years, that having a business and accounting degree is a perfect launching pad for the real estate industry, because you have a great appreciation for the fact that it is a business.
It's a business.
And you got to run it that way. So
absolutely.
That's one of the reasons I'm sure you've been so successful.
You have a shout out for your school? Where'd you go?
I went to Texas Southern University.
TSU.
Right. Yes, TSU, 3rd Ward.
Love it. Represent.
Way to represent.
I've still never been. I got to go to that big game. I've got to go to TSU and Southern. I've never been to that game. I forget, what do they call it? I mean,
well,
it's the big something around Thanksgiving, right?
Yes. Well, actually, you're talking about the Bayou Classic,
which
is in New Orleans, which is Grambling and Southern. But that's okay. I mean, you know, TSU has the Ocean of Soul.
Yes, they do. That's what I'm talking about.
The band, and that's always a big draw.
Yeah. That's and what was your jam? And when you were in college there at TSU, were you a band girl or
absolutely
sorority girl or
no?
You were
I was a
independent. I was a band guy.
No pledging, no band or anything like that. I was just a schoolgirl.
Student.
Yes, absolutely.
Dedicated.
Trying to get through school.
Right. And so, do you work by yourself? We didn't ask you. Did you work by yourself, or do you have a team? Or
I work by myself. I do have an assistant, but in terms of, I mean, I am the CFO, the CEO, and COO of my empire.
Right.
And
the ambassador of first impressions.
Absolutely. So, you know, it's going well, and I enjoy it. I'm looking to expand my team actually this year, but right now, you know, I'm trucking along and I'm doing well, and I'm looking forward to 2016 for sure.
Think we have a broker's license in your future? Maybe interested in that at all?
Well, you know, it just depends. Right now, I have my hands full with what I'm doing already, as well as, you know, I am a mother to twin 8-year-old girls.
Wow.
Well, they'll be. You want to hear their names? Awesome. Shout out.
Kai, I hope you're listening. Kai and Zoe. Mommy loves you. Sends you her love.
Good job. Hey, how do we get a hold of you, Rosalind Fontenot, with Remax Fine Properties? Website, phone number, whatever you have.
Let me tell you, you can get a hold of me with my phone number. I love my phone. You can call me, text me, email me, whatever. But my phone number is 832-687-0776. Again, 832-687-0776. And you can just call me, text me, email me. You can at Rosalind, ROSALIND 2003 at prodigy.net. But hey, however way you get a hold of me.
What was that phone number again?
832-687-0776.
Nice. Prodigy.net. Have you had that for a while?
I've had that. it forever. Back in my days, back in the days when I lived in Dallas, and I used to have the desktop machine.
Has a prodigy
Hey, but it works, and you know what? I still use it, and I get my emails there, so I love it.
Love it. Hey, Rebecca, nice call bringing Rosalind in. Thank you very much, and we hope you'll come back. Next segment coming up, we've got Paul Peterson of Texas Luxury Realtor, I guess. We'll straighten that out in a minute.
But he's a Texas Luxury
we got to pay a
Realtor,
bill
that's for sure.
We'll be right back with the big show, and we'll talk to Paul.
Yeah.
Are you looking to finance a new home or refinance your existing home? Look no further. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage. Willow Bend Mortgage is a mortgage banker in the greater Houston area. In business since 1993, Willow Bend Mortgage offers a great array of products from FHA, VA, and USDA loans to conventional and jumbo loans, all with great rates and incredible service from Chris and his staff. Call Chris Kelso at Willow Bend Mortgage today, 713-256-9138, or online at chriskelso.com. Again, that's 713-256-9138 or online at chriskelso.com. Available 24 hours a day. Great rates, exceptional service. That's Willow Bend Mortgage.
Down Under Pools can help make your backyard a focal point for luxury outdoor living. Imagine coming home from a hard day's work and enjoying the evening in a spa-like environment with pool, water features, and lighting integrated seamlessly into your home and landscaping design. Down Under's design team has a seasoned eye for color, scale, proportion, and detail. Even more important is Down Under's commitment to the highest quality construction practices to achieve the highest standards of hydraulic and structural integrity. Down Under is one of the most creative and trusted pool and landscape builders in Houston because of their award-winning design and construction and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Visit downunderpools.com to see examples of what could be in your backyard. That's DOWNUNDA pools.com. Down Under. Pools for the mind, body, and soul.
Protect your #1 valued asset, your home. Want to know who home builders, commercial property, and real estate professionals call when they have a foundation issue? PermaPure Foundation Repair of Texas. You can access the same professional-grade services the pros choose, all backed by a lifetime transferable warranty and over 15,000 successfully completed projects. Visit permapure.com. That's permapure.com to schedule your free evaluation today.
No, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home. It's been a long night here and a long night there, and these long legs are damn near everywhere. Hold up now, you look good. I will not lie.
And we are back with the little country swing right there, and I've been hearing some of that lately. I've had a great time the last 2 nights out at the barbecue cook-off.
Texas swing is great music.
I've stopped walking. I'm now bopping now. I'm bebopping.
Check out Bob Wills if you haven't.
Yeah,
Bob Wills and some of that George Strait Texas swing. It's awesome.
Another shout out to everybody who's out there making it happen at the livestock show and rodeo barbecue cook-off. I mean, there's so many people out there volunteering, and we have to give them a minute of props because they literally drop millions and millions of dollars in scholarships on all kinds of.
It's an amazing organization.
And these people out there love what they do. Whether you're a flagman in the parking lot waving the cars in, or all the way up into the chief of it all, and they do everything from their hearts. And I couldn't be more impressed with these rodeo people than I am. So, big shout out to them. But now, as promised, and the much anticipated, Paul Peterson is with us.
In the house.
No pressure at all.
What's up, Paul Peterson of Connect Realty? Talk to us, man.
What's up? Well, it's a beautiful day outside, so I'm ready to get out of here and start seeing some of my clients and some people on the streets and enjoy the day. So
nice job. Where do you focus? What's the main focus of your real estate practice?
Mainly the Woodlands and Magnolia area, but it extends just about anywhere. I'm open to going anywhere and wherever people need help. So
Woodlands is in house. I'm a Woodlands guy. Dave, you're a Woodlands guy, right?
Well, I'm a spring guy, but I've been around the Woodlands for 40 years. I love it. I love the whole north side of Houston. No offense against Sugar Land. I've worked down there.
Hey now, you're talking about my
I do love the north
there,
side,
Dave.
and my wife was raised on the north side. Shout out, love you, honey.
Nice. So have you you a team? Like we were talking about with Rosalind. Are you a team guy or a lone wolf, or what do you do?
I'm a lone wolf. I'm actually fairly new in the business, so I'm by myself. But I do have a transaction coordinator that I just hired, Claudia at Connect. Hey,
nice.
Hey,
Claudia.
So no, other than that though, just getting started. So just trying to build my business and
well,
learn
you have a long history in oil and gas. You spent a lot of time in that industry, and I know you were talking to me about kind of facing the marketplace in a different at a different slant. You kind of come at it a different way. Could you expand on that a little bit?
I will try. No pressure at all. 26 years in the oil and gas. Been to probably 4 or 5 different companies in that time. Last stint was about 16 years. So it's a great business. I just got a little burnout, I guess you could say, and felt like real estate was a good fit for me. So made the huge leap of faith and stepped out of my comfort zone. But actually, I feel like I stepped into a comfort zone. Real estate has been great.
Good for you.
It's an awesome thing.
What do you like most about it?
I like interacting with people. I like being out there on the streets and out there, taking people to view homes, helping them make a big decision for their life, because this is one of the largest decisions that people make.
Absolutely. And how did you end up with Connect? What was the attraction there? I know they're growing and they actually have a national presence, but they're an up-and-coming enterprise in the Woodlands.
Yes, they are. Connect, I tell you, I sat down with Mary Boatner of Connect, and I guess you could say she kind of reeled me in. She's got a great personality, a great person, just great to be around. As far as the company, as far as Connect itself, they just seem to offer things in a different way that really, I guess, how can I say this? It just helps their realtors out. It helps set things in motion in the right way, the learning process, the one-on-one training, things like that.
Well, we've had a couple of them on. David Boatner, as well as Diane Corona. Get them a shout out because they're really important factions. Looks like we have a call.
We do. We have a very important caller on
Oh,
the line.
no.
Wait!
If I've learned one thing in this life, it's that you do not keep Brittany K waiting.
Oh!
And we've been.
I apologize, Brittany K.
So, Brittany K, you are on the Real Estate Rat Pack show with Tim and Dave and Paul Peterson. What's up?
Hi, guys. Yeah, I wanted to call and give a little testimony on Mr. Paul Peterson. I recently met him at a title company event. In fact, it was Mardi Gras themed. And Paul had some really good participation. We were actually not letting anyone through the halls unless they were flashing us. And Paul was the only participant, go figure. And
That's doing great. Thanks, girl.
She means like a little flashlight you're talking about. Right?
Yes,
flashlight. Laser pointer.
Yes, that's it.
That was it.
Thanks, Paul. But no, really, come to find out, I had actually, I'm over at JLA. Shout out to JLA. But we were actually trying to recruit Paul, and really sad that we weren't able to get him. But I'm really glad that he found his niche over at Connect. And I'm really glad that Houston has a really good community, and we're very supportive of each other. But I had actually on Facebook came across a guy that was doing this challenge that he was calling a 22 kill challenge. And that sounds horrific, but what he was doing was raising awareness for veterans. And y'all know that I'm military relo. And what he was doing was raising awareness that 22 veterans a day are actually committing suicide. That's the average. And come to find out, the guy that was doing this is actually our very own Paul Peterson.
Nice.
And he, every day, he just finished it this past week. It was posting himself doing these 22 clap push-ups. And it was just very amazing and motivating. And when I actually found him, I thought it was actually some guy on the other side of the country doing this. And when I found like my inspiration and the person that challenged myself and had me challenge my 210 other agents, and I found out he's right here in our very own Houston, like I cried. I was like, oh my God, like
it's like a superstar, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And, we've built a relationship, and like we actually talk like every day now and motivate each other and everything. And so like Paul's like my superstar. And even though we're not with the same, the brokerage or anything, we actually have been talking about connecting and doing stuff for our veterans and all that. So I just wanted to give a shout out, call in and give a shout out and give my props to you, Mr. Paul. I appreciate you.
So
great
much.
call,
You're gonna make
Brittany
me
K.
cry.
Great call. Hey,
all right, guys. So I'll see y'all later tonight.
Yeah, what you doing tonight there, BK?
Yeah, rodeo.
Right. We will be there. Nice
That's
job.
scary.
Great call.
Stop.
Thank you very
Get it,
much.
get it. All right.
We appreciate
All right,
what you
guys.
do,
Thanks,
too.
Brittany.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There she is. She's a great lady, and she's so committed to veterans affairs and taking care of those. She helps them with their relocation and her practice, and she also does a lot of community outreach to them, and she couldn't be more.
Shout out to her husband, Mike, too.
Yeah,
He's a
no
great
kidding.
guy.
Couldn't be more devoted if she tried. So, Paul, been to the rodeo yet?
Not yet. I have been to the rodeo in the past years, but not this year. Crowds like that, I don't know. I don't know if I mix with that.
I got you. Well, is there anything that you are going to regret that you forgot to say? Because we're going to give you an opportunity to say it right now. Talk about what you're looking forward to. This year, you got some goals, or I know you're just getting your career off the ground, and so what are you trying to accomplish this year in your first year?
Well, honestly, I would like to first of all, me being new to real estate and just learning, trying to soak it all up, I would like to say thank you to a couple people that have helped me out and been inspiration to me. One of them is Bob Milner of Mercedes of the Woodlands. Great guy. He has been a huge help for me. We do some joint marketing, which is a great thing. As well as Ross Fleury has been a very inspirational guy.
Awesome guy.
Many others, but these people are all very instrumental in just helping me on a daily basis, from inspiration to like I said, the marketing side, all these things, and that's great. As far as the future, going to just keep pushing forward. I'm planning on building my business. Right now I'm pushing on building my Facebook, my social media presence, and from there, sky's the limit.
Nice job. Well, we want to wish you the best of luck, and I know we'll hear a lot about you from Dave, and we'll keep an eye on you and offer you all the help we can, and we've got a lot of mentors.
One of these days, he'll become a two-timer.
Yeah, hey,
two-timer. Uh-oh.
Dave, we got to start wrapping this show up, brother. We've got a lot of people to thank. We're going to start from the beginning. We'll thank Dave Antoniono and Andrew Hadley for coming in, telling us all about their wonderful project there at Oaks on Caroline. We've got Rosalind. We've got Paul. We've got Steve Kahane. Great show today. We also want to give a big shout-out, while we still have time, to Dawn and Mary
Absolutely.
and Yvonne at Old Republic Home Protection.
Happy to have them on board. Talked to Dawn yesterday.
Yep,
Love
she's
that
doing
girl.
well. Yeah, Dawn's doing great. They're all doing fine. We're happy to have them on as our new big-time sponsor, and we'll be hearing from them a lot in the next coming weeks. So the shows are booked up here for this little while, but we'll be having them on, and they're looking forward to their guests. Old Republic, not home warranty. We always wanted to use protection.
Right.
Old Republic Home Protection.
Protection.
There you go. It's a good thing. And so I'm heading out to some barbecue tonight. What are you doing tonight, Dave?
We've got some friends coming over for dinner. We're going to have a fajita feast with
Fajita
margaritas
feast with
and
the
some
Dickinsons.
Corona extra beer.
Very nice.
Yes, absolutely. So that'll be nice. My wife is diligently cleaning the house while I'm away. I hope she saves the bathrooms for me. But just letting go, there's only two types
What
of
a
people
guy,
in the world.
Dave.
Yeah, people that light up the room when they walk into it, or when they walk out of it. So
Nice.
you decide.
Beautiful. We're out. See you next week, guys.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Rat Pack. The Real Estate Rat Pack is ready to answer your toughest questions. So tune in to the Real